Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are doing great. I have a great new device to show you, and I've been hearing about this for a while, and I happened to see it in GearBest.com site for an amazing price a week or so ago. This is the Lenovo Zuk Z2 or Lenovo Zuk Z2, however you want to pronounce it. And this device is absolutely amazing, guys. It has a Snapdragon 820, which is still a flagship processor. You guys know at the moment the 821 is the only one higher than this. There's still no devices with 835 that is upcoming, but 820 is no slouch. Let me tell you, still is the same processor the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge are using. The OnePlus One. The OnePlus 3 is using several other flagship devices that cost a lot more money than this one. Again, $172. At that time, I think GearBest had a coupon that I used, and the coupon name is Zuks. It was ZUKS. Feel free to use it. Maybe it's going to work out for you as well. And I grabbed the white color. To be honest with you, I like the black a little bit better, but at the time it was out of stock, so I didn't want to wait. And I grabbed this white one from them. Paid about $6 to $8 for DHL shipping because I knew I'm gonna receive it a lot faster than the regular mail. And coming here to the States, there's no problem with taxes or anything additional. Literally, the phone traveled for 3 or 4 days and showed up at my door on the 4th day. So super fast DHL shipping all the way from China. As you can see, it's the 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Again, guys, keep in mind this phone costs only $170. Has Snapdragon 820, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage. Okay, so what else I can say about the phone? Obviously, Lenovo is a huge corporation. They came out with the Zuk line to kind of compete on a lower tier, a little bit cheaper devices, but at the same time features a great specs. So I'm happy that the box was sealed. It was not tampered or anything with. It was the stock firmware installed. There was nothing additional to the phone, and this is how I want it to be. And popping the top of the box, you can see the Zuk is right there on the top. Let me quickly pull it out of the box. Just kind of set it to the side in a second and see what else is in the box. A little VIP card. Several other companies are doing this as well. They provide some sort of a VIP cards. You can log in, create an account, maybe gives you some bonus points. This is what I assume. You know, I cannot read Chinese, but logically thinking. And underneath, what else we have? So pulling this top part where the phone was laying. So underneath we have the SIM injector tool right there, and some manuals and warranty cards in that little pocket that it's underneath. Always great to have another SIM injector tool. Obviously, since there's a SIM tray, they have to provide that. And again, I think this is just an amazing deal. I still can't believe it. You know, Type-C charger, of course, and Type-C cable. I'm glad that they didn't go to the route of Samsung and put the old standard in there. Unfortunately, the charger is not Quick Charge 3, although the phone supports the Quick Charge 3, Qualcomm Quick Charge 3, which is great. I'm sure most of you guys have these kind of chargers from other devices, or at least I do. But most of the times I'm just using those outlets that have built-in USB ports. I put several around the house, so I don't even use chargers anymore. I just plug it straight to the wall, and this is how I charge all my phones and devices and tablets. And of course, with the phone, I grabbed a tempered glass for the front and a kind of transparent TPU bumper for the back. One of the slight negatives about this phone, and there is no Gorilla Glass, so the front and the back are glass, but they're not Gorilla Glass. Luckily, Lenovo or Zuk already pre-applied a screen protector on the front, there is no protector on the back, so I had to grab that cover. And here's the phone on outside. This is with the brightness all the way up. It was pretty sunny outside, but you can definitely see the screen. And at the bottom you can see the headphone jack, the microphone, the Type-C charger, and the loudspeaker, which let me tell you, the loudspeaker is pretty loud. On the side we have the SIM tray, which supports double SIM. And let me peel that off the back. Yes, I love that sound. And here is the glass back with the Zuk logo. Of course, we have the 13 megapixel camera in the back as well. The front camera is 8 megapixel as well. I'll talk to you about that in a second. But on the right side is everything: power button, volume button, and the SIM tray, which can take up to 2 nano SIMs. Unfortunately, no micro SD slot, but again, 64 gigs of internal storage. I think it's pretty good. To be honest with you, I have 32 only on my S7 Edge, and it's good enough for me. So yeah, it's good looking device in hand. It looks a little bit more premium than it actually is. Unfortunately, the sides are plastic or some sort of polymer. It's not. It feels strange. And Zuk says on their side that the white is covered with some sort of anti-smudges and anti-dirt coating, and the black one has metal particles similar to what the digital SLRs cameras have. So it's good in my opinion, especially for the price. You know, always keep in mind the price, $170. This is almost 8 times cheaper than the Galaxy S7 Edge. Coming stock with ZUI, which is Zuk's version of their launcher, and unfortunately is not the most friendly, to be honest with you. But anyway, it comes with Android 6.0.1, and then the ZUI launcher is on top of it with some other modifications on the settings. But very quickly after I opened it, I managed to flash the latest Android 7.0 Android N on the device, and that was almost like a breeze. There was no problem whatsoever. There's a very interesting take on the fingerprint scanner, which serves multiple purposes as a home button, as a back button, switching between the apps button. So depending on different gestures and motions, you can set up everything from the settings and use it to switch between apps, or you know, go to the home or launch Google Now, or go back. Many options. And as you can see, Android N, after I flashed the phone, took me no more than 30 minutes. I'm gonna leave the links to the forums where you can download the official ROM and follow the detailed instructions how you can launch and flash the latest Android. After that, you're gonna have OTA updates. As you can see, I'm checking if there's anything new, but this is the latest, so there's no updates at the moment. And from now on, you're gonna be able to receive all the updates from Zuk or Lenovo. Again, kudos to them to push the Android N so fast. I mean, considering my Verizon Galaxy S7 Edge doesn't have it yet, and Samsung and Verizon both are huge corporations, and here we are having it on a phone that costs a fraction of what we pay for the some of the phones here in the States. But anyway, the main reason I had a big interest in this phone so I can try the Verizon SIM card if it's working, because this phone has a lot of the LTE bands. I was hoping that I'll be able to get 4G LTE on Verizon here, and that would have been a perfect replacement phone. For example, if you break you know, your expensive Samsung or some of the other phones that you might be having from the provider, and you don't want to spend $400 to replace a screen or anything like that, you can just buy one of these and go along with it. You will see that says 4G up there, but when you try to use the network, it's not going to work. I fiddled around a little bit with the settings, had to add the Verizon APN, and after that I was able to use the network. But again, it's only up to 3G speeds, unfortunately. Later I tested with other SIM cards from Freedom Pop to AT&T, and these work perfect with the 4G speeds on it. So if you are a GSM subscriber in the US, this phone is perfect. You're going to be able to use it with no problem. Keep in mind the CDMA ones, you are only going to be used up to 3G speeds. I'm not sure about Sprint, but for Verizon, that's what the case is. And you can see, ran a little quick Antutu, and very respectable score of 140,188 points. You will see next to my Galaxy S7 Edge. The Edge is a little bit ahead, but not that much considering, you know, the price difference. Again, we're talking about almost 4 times more expensive than the Lenovo Zuk Z2. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. In a summary, you're gonna see my pros and my cons that I can put into perspective, and you'll see here I have both SIM cards, AT&T and Verizon, at the same time, using the 2G on the Verizon and the 4G LTE on AT&T. A little bit more where the Zuk is in the list of Antutu. See 15th on the line. I think the Samsung Edge with that score is right around the 10 or maybe 9th on the list. So kind of put it in a little bit more in a perspective about the scores. But yeah, again, guys, I think it's a huge win for that price. You cannot go wrong. You know, the screen being only 5 inches, I think it's fine. Especially if you are not one of those people that love huge phones and screens. You know, 1080p IPS screen is pretty good. These are my pros, and you're gonna see my cons. No NFC, no wireless charging. Build quality is not the best. Obviously, it's not metal. ZUI launcher is a bit of a bummer, but yeah, that's it. I will give you some more update in the future, and for now, hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Have a good